Families who are moving to Fort Worth, Texas, keep choosing Aledo, and there are real reasons behind that. It's a sense of community, it's a proximity to Fort Worth without feeling like you're in the middle of it, and it's the lifestyle. More space, strong schools, and the ability to stay connected to the city while still feeling settled at home. If you're not familiar with this part of North Texas, it can be hard to explain what makes Aledo different. But once you see how it functions day to day, the appeal becomes very obvious. My name is Annie Sovereign. I'm a real estate broker here in North Texas. I sell between 20 and 30 homes a year, and most of my business is done right here in Parker and Tarrant County. But most importantly, this is where I live my life. I'm not just showing homes and driving away. I'm in these communities every day. I see how they grow, how the people interact, how families actually live here, and that perspective is what matters when you're deciding where to put down roots. Today, I want to walk you through Aledo, Texas, and why people choose it, what makes it feel different, and what it's close to, and why families continue to move here year after year. One of the biggest misconceptions is that Aledo is an overnight suburb, like it just appeared because Fort Worth expanded west, and that couldn't be further from the truth. Aledo has been a real Texas community for generations. It dates back to the railroad era in the 1800s and was long rooted in agriculture, land ownership, and families who plan to stay. That history matters because even as Aledo grows, it is growing, it hasn't lost its identity. People aren't moving here just because it's trendy or because it's the next hot zip code. They're moving here for stability because for space, for a place that feels grounded. And you feel that almost immediately. One of the things people notice is how different Aledo feels from other parts of DFW. There's more breathing room, less congestion, the pace is slower, but it's not sleepy, it feels intentional. Being west of Fort Worth is a huge part of the appeal. You still have access to hospitals, dining, airports, museums, and events, but you don't feel like you're living on top of everyone else. And for many families, that balance is the whole point. They want convenience without constant traffic. They want space without isolation, and Aledo delivers that. Neighborhoods are active, parks are used, youth sports matters, school pride runs deep. There's a real sense of involvement here. And most families own their home. That creates a different dynamic. When people own, they tend to care more about their property, their neighborhoods, their schools, and the long-term health of the community. That's why Aledo feels different. It's why it feels rooted. People aren't just passing through. And when you spend time in Old Town along the main street, you really see the heart of Aledo. It's not flashy. It's not trying to be something it's not. You'll find local businesses, small shops, community events, and seasonal gatherings that feel authentic, not manufactured. Even for people who live in newer developments, this part of town represents the soul of Aledo. It's where the history lives. It gives the entire area continuity as it grows. Schools are another major reason families are drawn here. Yes, the district has grown and it will continue to grow. But what matters is how the growth is handled. Aledo isn't reacting to growth, it's planning for it. Campus expansion, enrollment planning, infrastructure, these are ongoing conversations, not afterthoughts. That kind of planning gives families confidence. People want to know that the place that they choose will still function in 10 or 15 years from now. Now, for many families outside of the area, Walsh is what first put Aledo on the map. Walsh is a larger master plan community built around lifestyle trails, parks and pools, and community programming designed to encourage connection. The HOA is strong, and for many families, that's a positive. It creates consistency, supports amenities, and helps maintain the overall feel of the neighborhood. Walsh also reflects the type of growth happening here. It's intentional, it's planned. Another clear indicator of what Aledo or where Aledo is headed is the commercial investment. A new HEB is planned in the Walsh area, and that's significant. Major retailers don't commit to an area unless they see long-term growth, strong infrastructure, and sustained demand. That means convenience for residents, jobs, and thoughtful development along that corridor. And Walsh isn't the only option. Communities like Morningstar offer a different feel, still family-focused and amenity-driven, but on a different scale. Beyond that, Aledo includes established neighborhoods, acreage for properties, and small developments. There's no single way to live in Aledo, and that variety is a part of why it works so well. Proximity to Fort Worth is another major factor. You're close enough to stay connected to work, healthcare, and entertainment, but far enough that when you come home, you feel real separation. That west of Fort Worth location is intentional for many families. They want space without feeling cut off. At the end of the day, Aledo attracts people who value space, strong communities. Proximity to Fort Worth is another major factor. You're close enough to stay connected to work, healthcare, and entertainment, but far enough that when you come home, you feel real separation. That west of Fort Worth location is intentional for many families. They want space without feeling cut off. At the end of the day, Aledo attracts people who value space, strong schools, community, and long-term living. It's not trying to compete with urban life. It's not chasing trends. It knows exactly what it offers, and because of that clarity, it resonates deeply with families it's meant for. Aledo is one of those places that makes sense once you truly understand it. If you're comparing communities around Fort Worth, or you keep hearing Aledo come up and you want to know why, this is the kind of insight I focus on, helping people understand places, not properties. If you have any questions about Aledo, neighborhoods, lifestyle, growth, or how it compares to other areas, let me know in the comments where you'd like me to focus. That's where the real conversation starts.